Okay, first things first. Decide. You want to feel good.
Yes.
Yes.
Make that decision. Decide you want to feel good. Then, decide to feel good. All of this stuff about how difficult it is to change, how difficult it is to improve, is baloney. All you got to do is just make a decision and stick to it. You cannot believe the reams of information that I went through for today's lecture. And it came down to this. It's that simple. Decide you want to feel good, and then decide to feel good. That's it. I watched a couple of videos by Abraham. I read 3 or 4 different blogs. Some of it was just incredible. Way too intellectual for me. I'm really just basically a simple person. As a matter of fact, I find that the simpler it is for me, the better it works for me. So, when it comes right down to it, I have to decide to feel good, and then to do it. Start doing it right there. Now, all the things that come up and get your attention, you know, those conditions that have your attention, distance yourself from them. Don't keep looking at them. Distance yourself from them. How are you going to distance yourself from them? To where it's really going to improve the situation? Focus on something positive. Now, wasn't that just an incredible thought? To actually focus on something positive? When you are locked into a condition, that might be as if a cloudburst happened. It might be like hearing a clap of thunder. Finally got your attention to where you snapped out of whatever mesmerizing state you were in to stay locked into that condition. Looking at a condition that is contrary to your feeling good is maintaining your negative emotional set point. If you don't like to hear that, well, then you're just happy being miserable. And that's all right with me. There are a lot of people who lay that claim. They do. I really don't want to get too happy, Reverend Carol Wade. Because I'm afraid if I get too happy, then something bad's going to happen. You ever heard that logic before?
Yes.
All the time. So you have to keep bringing yourself to a place of saying, all right, if I'm going to have a semblance of clarity in my life, then I'm going to have to stay focused in what's giving me the clarity, and I'm going to stay with deciding to feel good. And I'm going to start generating the thoughts and the feelings that are a match for me feeling good. So simple, so easy, and so powerful. Have you ever asked somebody to tell you, okay, I'm listening. What's your problem? And the scroll rolls out. And the cataloging begins. Okay? That is a real indicator that a person has a very negative emotional set point. Because it is so programmed to judging and critiquing. I would encourage you to bounce off of that. You know, boing. We had the bounce today, didn't we?
Yeah.
With Norman and Morton?
Yeah.
That was a bounce. It was a nice bounce. And notice it was a bounce to happiness, not a bounce from negativity. It was a bounce to happiness. And that's the point here. Which direction are you going to go? Which direction are you going to bounce? My encouragement is bounce to the positive. Don't bounce away from the negative, because you still have that association if you're bouncing away from something. Divorce yourself. You know, attorneys make millions of dollars off of, right, Brian? Off of this whole premise. Really. Want to move away from the negative and forget that what they really want to do is move toward the positive. Bounce toward the positive. I should have learned that a long time ago. Okay, we just missed that one. Oh, goodness me. Now, consider what we're actually doing here is we are engaged in making an advancement here. But the only way that you're really going to advance in yourself to where you feel good with the results is by changing your habits. They're your habits, they're not mine. When you can get to the place of owning your habits and then changing them out to where you replace them with more positive ones, then you're really going to start liking yourself. You're going to start appreciating yourself, and you're going to start realizing that you are the person that you've been looking for all this time. When I was a young person, I thought I was looking for her. I thought whomever she would be, she was going to be the one that would make a difference in my life. Well, enough said on that subject. Just to help you to realize, it's not someone else that you're looking for. They may have attributes and qualities that you admire, but it's because you have the recognition in yourself that you're able to admire them. So in reality, whenever we find someone that we do like, that we do appreciate, that we do admire, it's because they are showing us things that we have in ourselves that are either waiting to be waked up or combined with, united with. So, again, look and see. We're talking about you coming to a place of seeing, I'm in the process of making some changes here. I want my changes to reflect my primary focus. And my primary focus right now is I want to feel good. And I'm going to put myself in that living reality of feeling good, so that what happens is this other thing that seemed to be the reason why I was doing it, to change my emotional set point, just happens. It's an automatic happening because I'm doing what I needed to do to begin with, and that is come to a place of feeling good about me and choosing to live that. When I live that, I automatically raise my rate of vibration, which causes my emotional state to have that kind of vibrancy to it. Instead of vibrating at the end of the day, I hope I can get to the bar before I pass out. Well, don't you see that often happening with life? I mean, if it's not that, then it's one other thing. Instead of really owning your life and feeling good about who you are, you defer to conditions that you think are going to do it for you. So, I know sometimes that depression can take your attention right away from you to where you don't feel that you have that capacity. But please trust me when I say that with all the people that I have worked with in my life, and over the years of counseling, the only ones that I ever saw who did not do it were the ones who chose to give up on themselves. Are you there? Is that what you want for yourself? To give up on yourself? I don't either. And see, that's a temporary give up. And the reason is because we really are magnificent beings disguised. We have created our own disguises. And this feeling good and choosing to feel good begins to remove the disguise. So that as the disguise falls away, we find that something else happens in us and through us, and that is an inner transformation. We begin to recognize things about ourselves that we had hidden from ourselves before. We begin to grow in our appreciation of ourselves. And in that we also have a deepening respect and understanding for all life everywhere. So today, while we have gone from an emotional set point to how to reset it to coming to a basic realization that is pretty damn easy. And that is, choose to feel good about yourself and stay with that focus. Thank you.
For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.